Hi students, so for this worksheet you are going to complete all 4 problems, and for these problems you either are going to find area or volume based on the description that is given to you. So for the first problem, they ask you to find an expression to represent the area of the rectangle below. Remember, area is always length times width, if you remember from geometry. So if we were to write an expression, we are going to write simply, let me get this a little smaller, 6m squared plus 7m minus 5 all over 10m squared minus 5m times 10m squared over 9m squared minus 25. Now, before I multiply across, one thing that I want to do is simplify or rewrite my expression in a factored form. So I'm going to go ahead and factor this as much as I possibly can. So we can't factor 10m squared anymore, so I'm going to leave it at that. For the bottom row, if we factor, I'm going to get 3m plus 5 and 3m minus 5 when I factor, because 3 times 3 is 9, 5 times 5 is 25, and then it's the difference of those two being multiplied. Here, for this first fraction, which I kind of skipped over, they have 5m in common for the first two terms, so this will be 2m minus 1. And then in the numerator, I need to factor that as well. So I'm going to use my big X over here. I'm going to get negative 30 and 7. And I'm going to think about, what do I multiply to get 30 but add to get 7? That would be 10 times 3. And this would have to be negative 3. So we are going to rewrite that as 6m squared plus 10m minus 3m minus 5. And then we have to factor that green part again and factor by grouping. So I'm going to go ahead and write this off to the side here as well. So if I factor again, I'm going to get 6 and 10 have, a 2 in common, so this will be 2m, 3m plus 5, and then I'm going to factor out a negative 1, 3m plus 5, and then this becomes 2m, not plus 1, minus 1 times 3m plus 5. So this expression, we're going to take this expression and put it here. So this becomes 2m minus 1 over 3m plus 5 over 5m times 2m minus 1 times, I'm just rewriting this down here. And now we are in business to start eliminating key terms. And feel free to pause this video, write your notes, do anything you need to do, but you would be able to go ahead and cancel these two. And then multiplying across, you would be able to cancel these two. 5m divided by 10m squared just becomes, 2m. So this will be left with 2m over 3m minus 5, and m cannot equal 0, 1/2, or negative 5/3 or positive 5/3 actually, if we are looking for the excluded values. But the main thing is that I want you to understand or get to is this 2m over 3m minus 5. So the area of this rectangle, which is the inside, is 2m over 3m minus 5. Now I know that's a lot of work, and it is very complex, which is why I wanted to give you at least the first problem and walk you through it. But essentially you are going to be doing the same thing with the other 3 problems. Again, I know this is challenging, but I want you to try and work through it. And if you need help, please see me during office hours. Thank you.